given the opportunity to give a 2-minute opening statement. Then we will follow with a round of questions submitted by the audience. The order for that opening statement was drawn by lot before the debate. We would like to begin with Mr. Fred DiMaggio.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out. I want to thank the Spotlight and League of Women Voters for hosting this. I've got to tell you, since I'm first at bat, I can't help but draw the analogy that where you could be tonight at the World Series. Given a name like DiMaggio, I mean, you're obviously, I've been asked this more than once, am I related to the Yankee Clipper, who set a 56-game hitting streak back in 1941 and hasn't been broken yet. Married to Marilyn Monroe and plays center field for the Yanks. Am I related? I'm a distant cousin. Wouldn't you want to be? Does it get any better than that? I can tell you for the Boston fans out there that his brother Dominic and Vincent played for the Red Sox. So those voters of you who feel comfortable voting for me either as a Yankee fan or as a Boston Red Sox. I lived in town for 24 years in Slinglands with my wife Sheila. We raised 3 children here. It's a wonderful community, and I'm pleased to have this opportunity to run for town board. I can tell you in a snapshot what this race is all about. If you were here last night, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The town board, Supervisor Cunningham and the town board recommended an increase in the town budget to raise your property taxes by 2%. Your water and sewage bill by 3%, and to give themselves a raise. This is what this race is all about. In contrast, Sam Messina and our ticket are running on a zero growth budget, and we're willing to cut our salary if elected by 10%. We could ask for a clear distinction. Over the course of the next half hour or so, you'll hear more in detail about what this is all about, but that in a nutshell what it is. I can't tell you how people have complained to me bitterly about the cost of living here. So we'll talk more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we introduce Mr. Jordan, I would just like to ask of you to please hold your applause till the end in the hopes that we can expedite this process, get home to our families, and of course our baseball game. So that being said, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you to the Spotlight and to the League of Women Voters, and thank you all of you for being here tonight. My name is Mark Jordan. I'm running for town board. I live here in Slingerlands with my wife Jeanette. We've raised our 2 daughters, Alexander and Christine. They both graduated from the Bethlehem Central High School. I know how important a good education is. And I know that whether you live in North Bethlehem and are in the Guilderland School District, or if you're in South Bethlehem and Selkirk and you're in RCS, or if you're in the rest of Bethlehem and you're in the Bethlehem Central School District, we have a fine education. We have 3 fine education systems that are serving us. But Bethlehem has so much more, and a great part of what it has are the municipal amenities that it's offered. People move here to raise families. They stay here because of the municipal amenities. Whether it is from the town services to the town parks to the seniors services. I'm running on a platform that I want to hold the line on taxes, but not at the cost of town services. That to me is a fundamental thing that we have to do. And I don't know where the cuts should come, because quite frankly I think the budget that's been proposed is entirely appropriate. And just to give you a little background about me, I believe in public service. I've been a public servant now for going on 15 years, on and off. First I served as a court officer down in the Bronx Criminal Courts. I've been rose through the ranks in the Court Security Services, and after law school became a court attorney in the Court of Claims up here in Albany, which brought us up here. I want to continue that service on the town board, and I also want to stress that we need to move forward in linking our communities. We cannot be a divided community. As big a town as we are, we're really a small town. We're all neighbors. Our town board has to get along. And what I'm running for is to do just that. What I've seen has been somewhat discouraging, but I'm going to ask for your vote on November 3rd.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jordan. Mr. Caperi.
Thanks, Bill. Hi, I'm Kyle Cotieri, and I want to first thank the League of Women Voters and the Spotlight for providing this great forum. 4 years ago, I ran for Bethlehem Town Board on a promise to implement the town's first comprehensive plan, preserve more open space, build more sidewalks connecting our communities, support more town planning, make town government more efficient, and improve our communications. Create more opportunities for community dialogue and participation as well. And now, 4 years later, I'm pleased to say that we've accomplished all of that and a whole lot more. Over the past 4 years, we have managed our town's exceptional services with fiscal responsibility, and as a result have navigated our town through the rough waters of a difficult recession. We have balanced good government with balanced budgets and cut spending this year alone by roughly $1 million. We also saved Colonial Acres from development and added hundreds of acres of open space in several locations around town. We expanded Henry Hudson Park, recently added a new preserve along the Hudson River, and we built numerous new sidewalks around town. I was proud to sponsor a resolution making Bethlehem one of New York's first climate-smart communities. Over the last few years, we've done a lot more to go green, from enhancing our recycling programs to installing energy-saving equipment and finding ways to reduce fuel consumption, and starting monthly town cleanup days. We also now have more town residents of all political parties from all parts of town on more citizens committees than ever before. We approved Supervisor Cunningham's idea to create the Bethlehem 2020 Committee. We also created the Citizens Advisory Committee on Conservation, Route 9W Advisory Committee, and the Pass for Bethlehem Committee, and many more. Those who say that town government is anything but more open, more inclusive, and more transparent than ever before are simply ignoring the facts. We now have not only more citizens committees, but we've also held public meetings on more issues in different parts of town and utilize more communication tools than at any point in our history. The bottom line is this: during these uncertain times, we need experienced leaders with a record of delivering results and preserving our quality of life. Thanks again for your continued support, and I hope to have your vote on November 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cotieri. Mr. Flanagan?
Thank you, Bill. I also would like to thank the League of Women Voters and Spotlight for putting on this debate. My name is John Flanagan. As you know, I'm running for town board. I first came here to Bethlehem in 1996 with my first teaching job at Glenmont Elementary, where I met my wife, who is still an educator at Glenmont. I have since moved my career over to East Greenbush. I'm a 5th grade school teacher. We are in economic uncertainty right now, and I believe we need to pay better attention to what our town government is doing with our money. As a town board member, I believe there are ways to provide the same level of services and yet control and contain our spending. We can't continue to tax and spend. I want to bring balance, checks and balances to this board. There was a study that just came out that over 1 million New Yorkers have left New York at a tune of about $4.3 billion. Patterson, he's coming up with a $25 license fee soon. They're talking about a VAT tax, value-added tax. Our water rates are going up because you didn't use enough water this summer. We are being penalized for the out-of-control spending. As a Republican, I believe in less government, less taxes. And I think it's simple. In light of this economic uncertainty, I think the choice is simple for the voters and the taxpayers of Bethlehem. Either you can vote for Sam Messina and his Republican slate, or you can vote for this administration who promises to give themselves raises and give you tax increases. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Flanagan. As Mr. DiMaggio went first with the opening statement, our first question will go to Mr. Jordan. Could you share ideas for cutting costs during these difficult economic times, and would you be willing to discuss pay cuts to keep taxes down?
Number one, I would not be willing to discuss pay cuts to keep taxes down. The reason is that on the town government level, the pay raises that are being talked about are a COLA. It's a cost of living adjustment. You either have it or you don't. You can't take certain people, give it to them, and not give it to other people.